Go.
Oh, crap. I have to set up a broadcast. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
set up a broadcast. Start.
No. Wait, see if yours is live. Mine says yours is live.
Yeah, it says, yeah, I'm live.
We're good?
We're live.
All right.
We're live. Let me get out the shares and whatnot. Share with your friends. Sharing is caring.
Sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, share. Oh, that's the singer.
All right. We are here. We make sure you guys, like, share, subscribe, right?
Little unorthodox guys.
Why do you tell people to like, share?
Share. You don't like share? Bro, come on, man.
Do you believe in love?
Oh, I get it now.
You know what I believe in? I believe in the Hogs after that game right there.
That was a good game.
That was fire.
They look good, man. That didn't look like an exhibition game to me.
Fishman said, holy shit, what a game. For real, bro.
Fishman is positive? Hold on. Fishman is being positive.
Fishman's positive.
I don't believe it. Do you believe in love after that? Tim does not look pleased.
He likes it.
He doesn't like share.
Okay, that's what it was.
All right, we got everything up there in Discord. There you go. All right, hey, shout out to Patreon supporters, the legendary status members. We didn't mention this at all. I didn't mention it all.
It kind of showed the whole time, though.
Well, I know. Yeah, you're right. Does it actually say? Because see, I don't see it.
No, look, bro.
Oh, okay.
It says at the bottom. It says it literally says shout out to the Tuss Talk with Ty legendary Patreon members.
Well, there you go. See, there it is.
By name.
Down below.
I handled it for you. You're irresponsible, sir.
Legendary status members. So that is those are the names you guys can read.
We've literally been drinking since lunch.
Wait, Mr. Marquez Visual says taking a shot. Okay, hold on. I'm
take
gonna
one
take a
with you,
shot
sir.
with you.
Oh,
bro.
we don't have to take a shot of Marlowe.
Marlowe. That's a fancy way to say trash.
Yeah.
That's what you call it when you've had too many of them.
Yeah.
I'm drinking some Marlowe.
The Malort. It even is.
Malort.
Lord.
It sounds dirty.
Lord Malort.
For those of you who missed the game companion, Ty took a shot of Malort, and so did I, but I lost a bet. Ty just took it because he's a man.
I had to. I mean, listen, I can't be the only one at the table that's not.
Are you pouring a shot glass? Okay. Cheers.
That's not had.
Cheers.
Ty, you want a shot of something? Dough ball?
Yeah, bro. Come on, hook it up. Dough ball.
You want dough ball or fireball?
I'm a dough
Take his
ball.
dough ball. Come on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What are you talking about with your fireball crap?
That's fair.
Fireball. It's not bad.
Dough ball's better.
It's just not my thing.
Dough ball's good.
By the way, did you sent me that link? Here's this. This is the shirt. I'll share the link here in just a second. They're selling some shirts, bro.
They're awesome. Only Hogs. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are with us in the Only Hogs studio. So we have Only Hogs shirts. We also have several football shirts that I feel like your audience, having sat on your postgame show, can appreciate some of the shirts that are on there. Hogs don't lose. They just run out of time. We almost always win.
That's a good one.
I'll drink to that.
We have a handful of great shirts out there.
Johnny Jones said, laugh out loud, you drunks.
We would love
Touche.
for you guys to take a look at them, and then come by the podcast and give us your thoughts. That'd be great.
Yes.
Now on to your post game analysis.
We're quite R-rated.
Post-game analysis.
We say what Ty wants to say.
Brought to you by Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company.
And Blue Chew.
every time.
For real. This guy right here. I'm wearing the shirt, Direct Service Overhead, Garage Door Company, man. There ain't anybody that does it better. He installed my door. And it is awesome. I have actually had compliments on the door. Every neighbor, everyone that's walked by, like neighbor-wise, that's come by and talked.
I know the mailman really dug it.
Well, the mailman did dig it, actually.
I won't bring any of this to fix your door, though.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I might.
That's a bummer.
He'll give you some. He can't drink.
I'm actually good at that.
So same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than best results.
The best.
501-244-3667.
Or 479-755-3667, because Ty never plugs NWA. We do both.
I would. Well, I do say you guys operate out of Central and Northwest Arkansas.
That's fair.
Although you apparently don't do doors in Star City.
No, Star City's in the boondocks, bro.
Sorry, Austin. Austin was going to hit you up.
Sorry, Austin. I don't feel like I don't have an airplane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, really. You can't charter.
No, Star City's outside of Pine Bluff, like 45 minutes outside of Pine Bluff. It's really far.
It's down there. And of course, the Odd Soul Crap Bar and Pizzeria, the other sponsor.
The best.
Fantastic pies. Great stuff on tap. Great environment. If you guys are in town, for those of you who are watching this, maybe you went to the game, go check them out. Inman Street.
I can literally vouch for the Odd Soul. Their pizza is amazing. And they actually have really good drinks there too, man.
Yeah.
We were there one night and I drugged Ty out of his house at like 10 p.m. We were already hammered.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what are you doing?
It was good stuff.
I'm going to Odd Soul.
It was good times.
He's like, I'm on my way.
Star City got crime as bad as Pine Bluffs. Okay.
Crime City.
All right. Chandler Lawson is taller and better Jimmy Witt. Is a taller and better Jimmy Witt.
That's
Ashton.
a hell of a comparison.
That is an interesting comparison. All right.
Okay. Does Chandler Lawson, is he nice at that? What is that shot Jimmy Witt was like famous for?
He had that mid-range 15-footer.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he never missed. It was like a dagger.
Man.
He could do it. He could do it in the final minutes of a game. He could do it in the beginning of the game. He might disappear for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden he grabs a quick 4 points.
He was just powering up Dragon Ball Z style to make that shot.
He would go Super Saiyan with
Super Saiyan.
with that 15-footer, man. Yeah,
Super Jimmy.
It was a dagger. He was one of my favorite Razorbacks.
I didn't watch enough of Lawson to check the comparison, but Lawson looked good from what he played, from what I saw.
Well, here's the numbers. Arkansas ends up shooting 51%, holding Purdue. By the way, a big physical Purdue team who wants to get the majority of their points in the paint and down and around the rim. You held them to 39%, 26 to 67. They were 30% outside. My God, did they want to shoot the three? 8 of 27. Arkansas was 8 of 23. 76%, which is kind of the tale of the game, really. Arkansas shot 76% from the line. Purdue at 68%. Arkansas was just 13 of 17. Purdue had 25 attempts at the freaking free throw line, 17 to 25. 20 turnovers for Purdue. Yeah, you got to take into account they did have an overtime, but still 20 turnovers for Purdue is crazy. I really hope that's something we see Arkansas do game in and game out.
So real quick, do you think that was more based on Arkansas's defense or Purdue just screwing up?
Maybe both.
I felt like I saw a lot of active hands in there on defense. I called it out in the game.
Yes.
I feel like we were trying to force turnovers.
Yeah.
I think really there was a lot of that from us that was caused by us as opposed to their own.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're very active. That's where that length kind of comes into some advantage there, that length and athleticism that Arkansas has. Purdue did walk into Bud Walton, 20,000 people at this game. I don't know if that was an official. I know that's what they sold. And they took on a hostile crowd, but the crowd, I guess, was there. We wouldn't know because we had the TV muted. But
Yeah.
only so much we can do there. But
The TV said 19-2 in attendance.
19-2.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what was on the screen.
Purdue's a veteran team. They are, Mike. You are correct.
I was just reading that.
They are a veteran team. That's a very good point. A veteran team that is used to playing top teams in top venues. They don't get overwhelmed, and we just beat them. Our shooting wasn't that great either. We won with defense.
Fair enough.
There you go.
I would counter. We shot 51% from the field. That
Our
is
shooting
not
was pretty
terrible.
good. They are certainly a better shooting team so far than they were last year.
We made some poor choices at times, shot selection choices, but 51% is not a poor shooting team.
I think what Steven said. Steven said maybe Stephen McFall said maybe it won't take half the season to figure out the team chemistry. I think they got that nailed down, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, last year was kind of out of his hands. I mean, my God, Brazil and Nick Smith, like, I don't know what he was supposed to do there. We could sit here and complain about it. I know I did in the offseason. I did at the time. Like, what the hell are we doing? But he did get it fixed, and they did win in March. They did a really good job advancing to the Sweet 16 as far as any SEC team did. I think it was 3 total that made it that far: Alabama, Tennessee, and Arkansas. So I wouldn't put last year on Muss at all, but he does kind of have a reputation for taking a while to get the groove going.
Eagle says 50% shooting is bad.
Yeah, I would agree, except that we really didn't take the ball to the hole a whole lot. The 17 free throws we shot's kind of deceptive. Because at one point we only had 6 free throws attempted for the entire first half and halfway through the second half because we weren't driving to the lane and getting fouled, drawing fouls. So 50% when you're shooting 10, 15, 17 footers, that's really not that bad.
No.
I'll take it. I'll take a W. I'll take 50% with
You're
a
gonna
W.
you're gonna take 50%.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about there. Total rebounds, Arkansas with 28. They did get kind of dominated here, 42-28. But that's kind of to be.
Eagle was kidding.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I was gonna say, bro, I maybe football's just his sport. I don't know. No, 50% is really good.
Okay.
That's half.
That's 1 for 2. Arkansas dominated on the boards, but that's to be expected here because they're big, they're physical, and they've got Edie. That's right.
Yeah, and
Sorry, Eagle.
And
Eagle said the dude was saying our shooting was bad. I was being a smart ass.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
My bad. That's all
on
bad.
on Edie went into the overtime with 8 rebounds. Never got his double.
Yeah. And he fouled out, but
He fouled out at the very end. Though.
yeah.
I was glad he fouled out.
But I'm just saying, we kept their biggest guy, their rebounder and scorer, from doing much when it came to overtime.
Yeah.
We kind of held him out of getting those rebounds, so that was awesome.
Yep.
Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. That's part of what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get all the shares out, you know.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's shared, huh, buddy?
I'm just sharing. Oh, well, I mean, I'm talking to chat, but
We invaded Ty's post-game show. Sorry, guys.
no, dude, I've got to say, this is a lot of fun today.
We didn't even get as hammered as we dude when Todd shot. Well, Todd, wow, when Ty shot his initial podcast with us, he got so drunk. We got done, and he was like, "Jesus, so smashed."
I got pretty hammered.
You did pretty good today, man.
Yeah.
You didn't drink too much.
Not too much, but speaking of,
Yeah, right. What do you need, man? What we got? Here we go. He's gonna pour it on now since we won.
Pour it on.
Win or lose, we booze, baby.
Win or lose, we booze.
We need to make that shirt. Ooh, that's a good shirt to make.
That's a bumper sticker. Print
It's
it.
a bumper sticker.
What do you guys think in chat? I mean, obviously it was a lot of good. Were you how impressed were you and what were your thoughts? Who was your MVP? There's a good question.
That's a great question.
Who do you think stood out?
Brazil.
And who's the MVP? Well, let's give them a second to answer. Travis says Brazil.
I'm gonna say Brazil.
Okay.
Brazil and you know what? Probably Mark.
No.
Okay, Mark
You didn't
missed like
Mark?
3 free throws. But what were his stats?
He missed
yeah.
4 free throws.
Okay.
He's 50% at the line. That's not great.
Yeah.
Of 8 attempts.
That looks like Malort. What are you drinking?
It's
Dough ball. Of
You've been
course.
Rick Ross.
He's drinking dough ball, of course. Everybody out there should be drinking dough ball.
Double.
once it hits the lips.
it's good, dude.
Can you name that
Okay,
movie?
honestly,
The birthday cake one's good too.
it is. It is. You're gonna have some dough ball birthday cake.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get it in?
I'm waiting on bottles, but I've had it.
Okay.
It's
I want
good.
to try it.
81.
I'm not a big birthday cake guy,
I'll take it, bro.
but like
It's the novelty of this drink that's so good.
I'll try it because that's so damn good.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just gonna sit here with this.
Ty in the post game, Chandler Lawson on Zach Edey said, "That's a big dude."
That's great. He is big, man. 7'4", 300 pounds. Oh, man. He is. Listen, man. He gets a lot of credit. Little slow footed. Not like a. He's not very quick up and down the floor, but that's to be expected when you're that size.
Hey, Richard, birthday cake is actually just launching, so it probably won't hit Arkansas for 2 or 3 months.
I got some of that prototype.
We have weird liquor laws. If we would vote right, get the right people down in Little Rock, we could get our liquor a little faster. But
What?
as it is, birthday cake won't get here unless it's sent to me and I hand it to you.
Ngannou just knocked Fury down.
Wow.
What?
I don't know if you follow boxing.
Not really.
Okay, I'll talk to you after then.
Okay. I mean, I'm
let's get back to the
I'm
boxing.
trying really hard
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get into UFC. I'm trying to give it a shot.
Holy shit.
Mitchell looked like a guard. I don't know if I
was curious why they put Devo at point there toward the end.
Well, I mean, he plays. He's kind of like a combo guard. He can do the one or the two. He can play one or two. They like him out there. I mean, he is your older, more senior veteran in the Muss system. He's, like I said, he does have his, like Tim was pointing out, he is someone who could be turnover prone, can make mistakes late in games, but we've also seen him take games over. And he can play the point. He can do okay, but do I hope someone beats him out? Yes. Yeah. I don't know that I want him all year long as the point guard. No,
Devo, yeah.
So, but it didn't surprise me here against a senior experience.
Devo can't be point guard until March.
He just needs to make sure he plays. Hope Devo is okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. He got knocked out.
That was crazy hard too. Like they went just banged heads, bro.
Well,
and it wasn't just a regular person he banged heads with. It was with a friggin' giant. That dude's head is so big, it's like a block.
His head looked like it took a dent in it.
It did. I mean,
not Devo's head, the other guy. Edie's head looked like he took a dent in it.
Yeah, it looked pretty painful.
Ashton Wilson says Duke will be better than Purdue was.
What's Duke ranked right now? Just curious.
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think their rank is who cares?
Oh my goodness.
What is their rank?
Oh, I'll look for you guys. Keep talking. Look at the comments. You guys.
We need a stat. One of us. It could be me or
I'm worthless. Yeah, why don't you pull up the stat sheet now, Tammy? Oh, he's got it up. We got the stat TV on. Oh, speaking
I got a whole
of
TV full of stats right there, bro.
Did y'all turn the TV off or did it just turn off?
Wyatt Peters says Ellis over Devo was point guard.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Devo is good, but is good for 2 ignorant passes a game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
100% agree with you. We're saying that the whole live cast, the whole game.
Yeah, no.
Tim's a Devo hater, man.
I don't hate him. I just think that his decision making goes out the window at times.
He turns it over.
He turns into a hero.
Yeah.
And when he does that, he makes poor decisions. I actually love the guy. I think his attitude on the floor and the impact he has on the team is positive. I think his decision making is questionable.
I think he just really wants to win, and sometimes maybe he overdoes it.
Absolutely.
He does. And he gets a little careless with the ball.
Duke is number 2.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking it was top 5. Yeah. And I think they're KenPom. They're up there too. Purdue, I think, was like number 1 on KenPom.
Bro, look at that score.
43-20. Georgia is pounding Florida.
I got too much going on. I'm sorry. We need to talk about the game. I'm turning on the TV. I'm distracting Ty, guys.
So are we top 10 now? Richard Miller says.
I don't
this
know
doesn't actually impact the rankings at all.
No, this won't affect anything.
So, but the rankings are just made up anyway. It's the start of the season, right?
Well, it's also, by the way, it's college basketball. Like, I really don't care about rankings all year. I really don't. What matters to me is seeding, where you're at in seeding.
That's fair. The end matters, right?
When you're in like mid to late February, it's like, okay, where are we? Of course, you don't know until you get the selection committee. I'm not really that concerned about rank. I'm really more concerned about where are we in the when it matters.
I would even go so far as to say I don't care about the the pre-SEC games. Because I've watched us go 12-0 or 10-0 and walk into the SEC season and lose 2/3 of our SEC games.
Well, Mike Anderson, he sure did win a lot of those games in November and December.
Yeah, you get through December and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in the number 2 seed or 1 seed, and then you get into January and we lose half our round of 32. Games.
You don't make it past the damn second round. That guy, Mike, I'm still like. I wanted him to work out here so bad. I really did. I love Mike Anderson. It took me back to the Nolan era. Wanted him to be successful, but man, 8 years was just too long.
Tremont Mark just said in the post-game press conference, we took the word exhibition out. We treated it as a real game.
Yep.
Damn right he did.
And Purdue did too. So if Purdue fans are going to make the excuse, well, it's just an exhibition game, blah, blah, blah. No, bro. You had your key guys in at the end of the game. You kept
your best player out into overtime.
You kept your best player in overtime. Don't give me that. No, y'all were playing to win the game too.
Well, it's just like you said though. This looks like a game that's in March.
It looked like
it was completely unbiased. That was an awesome game.
Yeah,
just regardless.
And we got to stream it.
Yeah, we did.
Our reaction to it.
Yeah, we did. It was fun, man.
It was. So your leading scores again, Brazil and Mark. We already pointed that out, but Mark was 50%, and. Let's see, 1 for 1 outside shooting. He was 50% at the free throw line. Your leading rebounder,
Mark.
Yeah, it is
rebounds.
Mark. 6 rebounds. Yep. Little bit surprised Brazil isn't up further in rebounds there, but I mean, again, Purdue did a pretty good job boxing out. I mean, they dominated you on the boards.
I mean, there's only 1 rebound difference between the two of them.
Purdue did.
Brazil had 5, Mark had 6.
Yeah.
Devo had 4 assists, tied with Mark for the lead on the team. So Mark led the team in rebounding, tied for the lead of the team in assists, shot 50%. I guess I underrated when I said not also an MVP. Travis called him an MVP. I guess I may have underrated him there.
Who's that?
Mark, Tremont Mark.
Oh, Mark. Yeah. Well, no, I say he was possibly a secondary. I really think it was Brazil. Brazil just shot back-to-back threes like it was nothing.
Well, and he was 15 points.
Yeah.
He did have 5 rebounds, and he was 100% at the free throw line.
Crazy.
He's 5 for 5 at the free throw line. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, 2 for 4 outside. He shot 50% outside. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's what Connor Vanover wanted to do here.
Connor Vanover. I remember that guy.
Devo Davis.
Connor Vanover was only good for cleaning up spider webs off the ceiling.
or if the ball got stuck up in the
getting the ball out. He could mop the floor with his standing up.
For anybody asking about Devo and why he only got 22 points, he got injured in the late in the second half, and he didn't play much after. He didn't play at all after that. Who led in minutes? Actually, it looks like Mark got the 36 minutes.
Mark was on the floor a lot.
Lawson had 33. Brazil had 31.
Mm-hmm. Pinion with 6.
How about Brazil with 31 coming off that injury, man? There was no cap on those minutes. That's awesome, man.
Are you surprised? Get back to the mic here.
Yeah.
Are you surprised Pinion only got 6 minutes?
No, I'm surprised he got a total of 6 minutes.
I'm surprised he got to play at all.
Should have been.
I'm sorry.
Should have been 2.
So
I'm not,
because we know how
fan.
this will settle. We know that as we get through, you got Alcorn State coming up, so that's when the regular season starts, November 6th, which is, I mean, right around the corner. We're going to start to see them now moving forward. What that 8-9 man rotation is going to look like? Do you think Pinion makes the 8 or 9 man rotation?
He might be 9.
See, I'm not. And I might get crushed for this, but I'm surprised they didn't run Pinion off the team.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know he had a good red-white game from what I heard, if I recall, and apparently I went into it one day with Tim. But just there's so much talent on that damn team.
There's a lot.
Where are they going to put them?
Experience too. A lot of older guys.
Exactly. You have experience. You have talent. You have all that. Look, Pinion can shoot a 3. You know what I mean? Pretty well.
Corner pocket 3. That's his shot.
But has he improved his defense over? Because I didn't watch the red-white game.
Pinion's a poor man. I'm going to give you a hot take. Pinion's a poor man's Pat Bradley.
I mean, that's not a bad. I mean,
so Pat Bradley can shoot the 3 off a screen. Couldn't create a shot to save his life. Couldn't play defense to save his life. But man, he didn't miss. He didn't miss if he got a wide open 3. And you didn't want him shooting free throws if you were the opponent. And Pinion is a poor man's Pat Bradley.
Okay.
That's my take. He'll never see the floor, or he's the 9th guy.
I think he'll see the floor. I just don't think he'll see it very much. He's the 9th guy, and he doesn't see it much. That's where I was going. He'll be the sprinkles on the cupcake. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be. Here you go. All right, get out of there.
I'm with you guys. I think he'll crack the 9. I don't know. And like to Travis's point, there's so much talent, and there always is going to be with Musselman. I mean, there was last year, but he was a freshman last year. I kind of was hoping to see him. I was hoping to see him get some quality minutes because they need another outside scorer.
I was hoping to see him step up a little bit last year.
As a freshman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to be out there, that's your chance to go, hey, man, get me off the stand bench and let me show you why.
Yeah.
Right? The problem with Pinion last year, he was great for the corner 3, like we said, but he would not do defense. Like he was just not good at defense.
T.I. says Pinion has to hit those open looks. Agree 100%.
Yeah.
Poor man's Pat Bradley.
Yeah.
Michael Kopeski, if Pinion would have hit that 3, he would have played more. I don't even think that's true, honestly.
I think it would have helped his chances.
I think he got the minutes that he was going to get. Pinion on the fast break held the ball too long. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tried to pass it when the other guy was under the basket. It was way too late. No idea how to handle the ball in the fast break, take it to the rim instead of, I mean, all of these I agree with, all of them.
So he may play himself out of the rotation too, or
I agree.
Not even, I guess, play himself out or not play at all his way out of the rotation. Like
I think he transfers next year.
He could be. He and to your point, I kind of thought he was going to transfer.
I thought he was too.
I really did.
I would have rather see him transfer than who was that other kid that we retained and then
Darian Ford.
Darian Ford.
Would have rather kept
Darian
Ford over opinion for sure.
Yeah.
Who? Well, where's that bench page at?
Don't get it wrong. I don't hate Pinion or anything. I don't think he's a terrible player. I just think with the amount of talent that we have right now, I just think he's a little bit underwhelming, comparable.
So here's
I agree. I agree with that.
Something that we talked about earlier. I brought it up about the bench points. Arkansas ended with 27 bench points
Out of 81. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
I mean, that's that depth.
We kind of have 2 starting 5s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, does this stretch into does he actually go into his bag a little bit more this year? I don't think so, but that is a common question.
He does tend to stick with 8, doesn't he?
Right? 7, 8 deep.
It'll probably be 8 would be my guess. If it's a real tight situation, maybe he tries to increase the workload. We've also seen him decrease the workload with players in that rotation. So
I don't want to put this into the world, but I'm glad we have depth in case injuries happen.
Knock on that wood.
Yeah.
That's particle board. You're not doing anything.
Close enough.
Pinion will leave like Rodney Clark. Ooh.
His opinion will what?
Leave like Rodney Clark.
I don't know who that is.
Except Rodney Clark was actually proven. He could actually play.
I think Pinion's got a ton of potential.
I don't think it's Pinion can't play. Again, it's just the talent difference between him and who did play is big enough it keeps him out of it.
Mm-hmm. He might go somewhere and show.
I feel like that's the truth with Rodney Clark too. The talent level was just bigger than he was.
Like I feel like
It wasn't that he couldn't play.
I feel like every guy that came out of the portal, Pinion was like, shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Should we offer to go to Purdue and play an exhibition next year?
I mean, if they're any good next year, we'll see what happens.
Well, they're going to be without Edie.
Are they consistently really good, Purdue?
Purdue's pretty good basketball.
Like they're pretty stout, yeah.
Big Ten is that's their style. Like what you saw today, that is Big Ten basketball. Yeah. They like to be big, physical.
They were big.
A lot of length. You know, they're not real. There's not a lot of teams in that league that at least not the last couple of years that I've kind of paid attention to them. There's not a lot of teams that fast break, play a lot of that up tempo, style of basketball. It's really about being big, physical, and better. You saw the ball movement out in the perimeter. It was fantastic. That's what you saw today was Big Ten basketball.
They are more of a, if I remember right, they're more of a basketball school than a football school.
They're such a good friggin' passing team.
They're like us. Like their football team can be competitive, but they're not winning the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even competitive at this point.
Like if we played a bowl game and we're
saying.
like, we got to play Purdue, we'd be like, oh,
we wouldn't be freaked out about that.
No.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, maybe this year. Dude, I don't care if we played against.
We didn't even plan that.
If we played North Texas this year at a damn bowl game, I'd be like, oof, remember that one time?
Stephen F. Austin.
Terrible.
James Browntown. What about Graham? I wonder where he'll fit in. I agree. It's a great question. I think there's one more person to push Pinion down the list.
I think Graham will get some minutes if he steps up his defense because offensively he's pretty good. He's tall and he's long too, so he's good in the paint. But as far as his defense last year was an issue. Every time they we'd be like, put Graham in, and he'd play shit defense, and we'd be like, damn, why did we put Graham in?
Give up a lot of easy buckets.
Yeah,
I mean he was. Might as well not even been playing defense at times. I think there were a couple of instances last year where it looked like his defense had improved.
Mm-hmm. No, toward the end, yeah.
But he was definitely he was an offensive guy. And
they were a little bit of a liability.
Without him and they were without, he didn't obviously play. And of course you lost Devo for overtime.
Yeah.
So it's like the more you look at that and think about it, it's really a good win, exhibition or not.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited about it, man. I think they looked real good. I feel like they're gelling really early. Yeah. Comparable to the way most teams work. I feel like we're gelling real early.
You think they're ahead of where? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
The obvious question.
That's your poll question.
There it is. Are they ahead of where they're at?
Can you do another poll?
Yeah, I can.
How far into this thing are we right now?
We're only at 30.
29 minutes. We got time.
Yeah.
We can do 2 polls.
We can do 2 polls, huh?
Brown chicken, brown cow. 2 polls, baby.
Oh, Travis always in line to do a poll.
I got 2 polls.
Oh, you can start a Q&A too on here.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, do that. That'd be sick. What was the question we were talking about? I'm kind of drunk now.
Are we ahead of where we were?
Yeah.
Apparently-
no, is it
As far
gelling
as
faster
gelling.
than normal?
Is it
Yeah.
gelling faster than they
Yeah,
did
it
a
was.
year
Yeah,
ago?
yeah.
I think for sure they are.
Sometimes when I talk, I just go into these it's like tunnel vision, and I just talk, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Apparently, so you Hogville apparently had a post about us saying that we would be drunk
Before the
postgame show.
No, I made it to the post game show. I'll have you know.
Yeah, Hogville.
And I'm just not a
Take
little
that.
buzzed. I'm buzzed enough to where I just forgot what the hell I was talking about, but I'm not like pissing my pants.
There you
It's like
go.
it's different. I'm a professional.
I'm ready for Duke, says Christopher Cox. Are you gonna legit try and get tickets to that game?
Duke? Fuck no. Sorry.
You're not. Don't worry about it. What-
Anyway, no, I'm not paying that much money, dude. I wanted to. I really did.
I mean,
would-
because that's gonna be.
I would totally go.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not gonna spend $500 for some nosebleeds. It's crazy.
If someone offered you like, $250,
$250 per ticket? Absolutely.
but they're nosebleeds. They're up in the.
I'd still do it.
no,
Dude, when we beat Alabama, not last year, but the year before, I was in the nosebleeds and it was the best time.
I'd like to have been there the Auburn game when they beat Bruce Pearl
Yeah.
when they were number 1 in the country and Arkansas beat them.
Didn't Pearl get thrown out of that game?
I think he did.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I remember him getting thrown out.
I don't remember.
Anyway.
Maybe he did.
Sorry, guys.
Why do y'all? I'm not gonna know. I forget. I put that shit behind me. They don't want to mess with Muss's mojo. Who doesn't?
Anyone.
Anybody.
Everybody.
I watched Kentucky play. Okay, Ashton says I watched Kentucky play against D2 Georgetown College.
Well,
It's Georgetown, and Calipari is beyond overrated as a coach. I wasn't impressed.
I think that.
Did we get to this one by Brandon?
Hold on, I'm going to address that.
Is it a super chat?
I think the NIL affected coaches like Calipari and even Saban, and I think that's what we see today. Calipari used to be able to go in and be the one and done coach, and you're going to the pros.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say that there are plenty of rumors, obviously, about how Kentucky gets players before the NIL. And Saban the same thing. I mean, Alabama gets a lot of players, but the NIL has kind of changed the landscape, and it makes it hard. It makes it harder for those coaches to just be the guy. Calipari, I think he's exposed now that players can get money through the NIL, and they don't have to go to Kentucky to get underhanded deals through Nike, like the kid from like Monk.
Oh, Monk. Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's a rumor, but
No, I heard Monk's brother told him to come here, actually.
well,
I don't remember where I heard that at.
Well, Mark,
there's a lot
completely
of there's a lot of speculation about what happened, and I don't know for sure, but big rumor was Nike money through Kentucky.
You know, Mike and them may have a good point in the chat. He said the turning point was Devo flying headbutt from the top rope. Really feel like that kicked the team in another game. It did. I feel like that kicked the team into I am my brother's keeper mode, and they're like, we're going to win this damn game.
That's
well,
fair.
you saw Brazil hop in there.
He was ready to
He
fight.
was ready, dude.
Bro, that was that's something.
Did you imagine getting punched by Brazil? His arm comes from a half mile away.
Yeah.
And just Oh,
All the momentum.
He should be a slap fighter when he's done with high school.
So Arkansas, I mean, it's good. I mean, listen, exhibition or not, good game.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I
Fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like everybody else. I don't know if Duke's going to be any good or not. I don't know if they're going to live up to that 2 rank or not.
I don't think they're going to be terrible.
that is going to draw a lot of people, assuming they're at least living up to some level of hype by that point. But you do have so Alcorn State's next, November 6th.
Yeah.
That's when the season starts. That's Monday, November 6th, 7 p.m.
Sorry.
Gardner Webb, what?
What happened?
Musselman for OC.
I'm with that.
Sorry, Kenny Guyton.
He's like, Kenny, we need spurtability.
We need spurtability.
Get him out of here.
Here's a question with what we saw tonight. What's Arkansas's record the next 1, 2, 3, 4? What's their record going into Duke?
Okay, who are we playing?
So you've got Alcorn State, Gardner Webb, Old Dominion, UNC Greensboro, and then you have the Bad Boy Mowers Battle for Atlantis, which I don't know if that's a single elimination.
Is Stanford good at basketball? I wouldn't
They
think so.
traditionally are.
Really?
I don't know about this year.
And then you have Michigan. So it looks like you have a potential 3 games there, I think.
Are we playing Michigan?
So one, huh?
Did you say Michigan?
Memphis or
Oh,
Michigan.
they're going to steal our signs.
Watch out for Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, man.
He's
He'll be on the
game.
sideline with binoculars. Like, what? Oh, I know this game.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's about 8 games before Duke. So let's just
8-0.
are they undefeated?
8
Yes.
games counting this one. So that'd be 9.
No, not in the regular season.
9.
Regular season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what my question is?
There's
How
eight
back to back are
games.
those tournament games? How back to back are they?
Next day.
Yeah, they're next day. So
next day.
it's Memphis or Michigan, and then
If today's how we're gonna play, we're coming in undefeated, in my opinion. And if we come in undefeated, that Duke game's gonna have some fire behind it.
I'd love to see them play Memphis.
Who's going to beat us? Okay, now this is of course
Look.
terrible judgmental by team. We're talking about logos, right? If I'm judging off logos, like, oh, this team ain't nothing because it's blah blah.
Right.
Who's going to beat us on that? Right in that run.
Look, basketball is such a any given
is.
Sunday kind
It
of
is.
thing.
Yeah.
I would love to say that we're going to be 8-0. I believe that we have the talent to be 8-0. I think we drop one. I think we drop one on, a bad shooting night. I think 7-1, and we drop one on a bad shooting night. We don't have the best game, or we don't get the calls. When you're playing, you said Memphis or Michigan State,
Memphis
That's
or
fair.
Michigan.
Memphis or Michigan or Stanford.
Wait.
That's 3
So
schools.
it's Stanford on the 22nd.
That's 3 schools in a tournament play.
Yeah, I guess those are logo schools.
Where
like
we
a Stanford
may
or
not
a
get
Michigan State.
get the calls, all the calls, and we may not have a good shooting night. I think we drop one of those potentially.
I personally think our first loss may come in SEC play.
Oh,
Somewhere
so
in
they're gonna. So
Gonna
you've
beat
got
Duke even.
Yeah, that would be Duke.
Oh yeah, I guess,
Oklahoma.
Oof. Damn, maybe that's a little too. That's a little too.
I mean, listen.
Listen, Travis drinks the Kool-Aid.
No, I didn't know it was that far
when
out,
Travis
man.
drinks the Kool-Aid, he drinks the vodka infused Kool-Aid.
No, I didn't know that was that far. I thought like the Battle of Atlantis.
They
I thought
could be though.
I thought after the Battle of Atlantis, SEC play started. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay.
That's before Duke.
Yeah. You don't.
We're gonna lose some of those.
You don't. You don't.
An OU, a Duke, somewhere in there.
You don't typically start conference play until either late
January.
December or January.
Yeah, and you definitely lose basketball games. Like there's so many of them.
I think there's
Well,
an
this-
opportunity there to go undefeated into SEC play, but I wouldn't put money on it.
I
would be nuts.
wouldn't either. Like I said, I would love to say we could do it. I think we have the talent to do it.
What I'm
We
leaning
also have
on,
the talent to be able to shoot poorly one night and lose a game we shouldn't lose.
What I'm leaning on going into that run is depth.
And honestly,
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm going, damn, we got so much depth that maybe our second starting 5 could handle some of these teams who aren't logo teams.
but
You know what I
honestly,
mean?
what I'm thinking is I'd rather drop one
Mm-hmm.
in November and go into SEC play not undefeated with huge expectations, freaking out, and guys blow some SEC games. I'd rather that not happen. I'd rather have one loss and come in with proper expectations and not kill ourselves.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying, Tom?
Well, it's what happened last year.
Isn't it insane?
I
that-
mean, they I don't remember what their record was going into conference play, but I mean, what happened last year and where they finished in the SEC. I mean, even I took them out of the tournament sometime in
last year?
February. Yeah,
Ooh, damn.
I took them out of the
And
tournament.
we made it to what?
Because they were
Sweet
horrible.
16?
Yeah,
but in SEC play, they were
We were
terrible.
rough, dude. Yeah, it was
bad.
rough.
They finished,
I'd rather lose a game in the fall and
kind
win a
of
bunch
temper
of SEC
expectations a little bit, man.
games. Yeah.
I always try to account for stupid stuff and knock on wood, injuries or bad shooting nights or things like that. So that's why I was going, oh, damn, I didn't know there was that many games before SEC. Because there's definitely, you're going to have those, especially in basketball. I mean, you could go, how many games do you play? What, 40 games in basketball? 20?
30
or 40 or, I know you need 20 wins to get in the tournament, right?
It's like 31 games.
Well, it always depends on your there's all sorts of analytics.
Not RPI. The
when
rating.
you think about it, we've got a tournament in the fall. We've got the SEC
What's
tournament.
the word?
So you've
Quadrant.
got
Quadrant
opportunity to
wins.
lose some. You've got opportunity to lose some games and not play as many for the season. But if you win out those tournaments, you play extra games.
Yeah. The number's typically 21 to get to for Arkansas. With Musselman, I think 21 would be
shoe-in.
they're in. Yeah.
Musselman said at the press conference that Jalen Graham was not close to being ready to play today. Said he has no idea if he will be ready for the season opener.
Oh crap.
I mean, really though?
I mean,
is it though?
I mean, yeah.
Jalen Graham. I'm more
see him
curious
play.
about Devo. I think Devo. Well, see, he has what, 2 weeks?
What?
So he has 2 weeks to get over concussion because I know he's got a concussion.
A week and 3 days.
Yeah, a little over a week.
Yeah, I mean, football players get over it that quick, but he didn't have a helmet on.
Yeah, he.
God, that was hard.
Yeah,
Poor Devo, man.
I feel like we felt that contact.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in live watching it here live. It was brutal, and then them showing the replay. It was like,
well, then he wasn't moving, and I'm like, is he going to get up?
I thought he was snoring, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
I
It
thought
looked
he was
like he
out.
was knocked
I
out.
thought he was out cold.
KO. Even in Street Fighter.
Yeah. No, forgot what we were talking about.
How awesome the basketball team is going to be.
I don't want to overhype him, but I really liked what I saw tonight.
think we're
Jalen
gonna
Graham, I don't care if he comes back early. If he comes back healthy.
That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we have the
that's
talent
fair.
to play without him.
Yeah, we have the depth. If he needs to recover, then recover.
I'd
you know?
rather not have a weekly, Nick Smith Jr. Is he
Yeah.
coming back? Is he coming? I'd rather just hear he's not coming back for 6 weeks.
his
Don't
injury-
expect it and don't ask about it. Okay, great.
They're calling his injury back spasms. So whatever that is.
Yeah, he's
Wow, they just held him so bad.
he's been
Did
struggling.
you see that? The O-lineman threw him on the ground.
I took Tennessee in this game. Tennessee and Kentucky. By the way.
I'm with that.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up, man. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you on your way out, like, share, and of course subscribe.
Chat, you got any cool questions? What do y'all think? Real quick. Ty's trying to wrap this thing up, man. Trying to wrap it up quick. We're only 41 minutes in, baby.
Yeah, no,
Ty's hammered.
no, I'm not hammered. I'm not there yet. Mason Choate reporting.
You have 10 seconds. Go.
Mason Choate reporting. Also added to his knowledge, Davis is not in concussion protocol.
All right.
That is hard to imagine
That is
after the
hard to
shot he took.
imagine, bro.
And he was being
Jesus.
held up across the court. Like he couldn't walk to the bench.
Bro, he looked hammered. He looked like how
did.
Travis is going to feel here in a minute when he stands up. When he
I
stands
stand
up.
up.
We're gonna catch Travis.
And drinking like a gentleman right now.
Oh man.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Over under 8 most technical.
Well, thank you guys for dealing with us. Our invasion of Ty's normally formal podcast.
No, it is not formal.
We're just here for the party.
You know how those post game shows go. They're pretty wild.
Florida
Not
next
anything
week.
like
James
this.
Browntown. Florida next week.
Say what?
Florida next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about them next Friday.
Yeah.
So
Save that prediction.
I do. I say predictions for Friday in my discussion on Florida, but I will say, huge game for a couple of different reasons. One being, are they like how does Guyton fit into the role as OC?
If you
in
lose to
Arkansas?
Florida, they're going to fire Kenny Guyton.
No. No. But I mean, if the offense drags its feet again, even worse. And keep in mind, it's Gainesville. They've not lost in Gainesville yet this year.
Do you have time to get into this?
Are y'all wanting to?
Just a little something.
Okay.
I'm just curious. So,
I mean, ask away.
well, okay. So here's what I think. I think we're going to come back in with tempo. Well, a lot of tempo. They're simplifying the playbook. That's basically what they've been saying in the press conferences. They're going to simplify the playbook. We're going to speed it up. And we're going to basically be back essentially to kind of what we were doing. I think they're going to base it more on RPOs, things like that. Do you think we can move the damn offense like that? Is it going to make KJ more comfortable to make these passes rather than throw these damn rocks that he's been throwing to people? Because he doesn't need as much protection from the O-line running in an up-tempo scheme because they generally keep the defense on their heels. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a really complicated question because I don't know, like, that this is the ongoing debate I'm having with like 16 people right now, which is it that Arkansas is just severely lacking in talent, and Enos was a part of the problem, but then it was like a collision. You know, it was like it was like a perfect storm. You had talent that couldn't overcome some of the issues. And then you had Enos's play calling was what it was. You know, it was a very complicated offense. Apparently the playbook, the play calling might have been
I mean, maybe it was a Chad Morris offense. Like Chad Morris probably at some point is good at offense, but he had too much in that shit.
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't want to say.
I said in some like universe.
I don't want
he
to
was
say
horrible
anything.
here.
I don't want to say anything.
I'm
positive.
blocked by him already. He'll never hear from me.
No, it's not that. It's not that at all. It's just I know people are going to jump down my throat if I try to compliment him at all, which I'm not going to. But
No, I'm just comparing, honestly.
yeah, no.
More
I hear,
so, like-
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think if they want to move the ball, they need to get back to as humanly possible. They need to get back to the Kendall Briles veer and shoot.
Yeah.
They need to get back to what offense that he felt or KJ felt most comfortable running. He's never looked comfortable in this offense. I think it might have been too complicated for him. I don't know. I think it does require a cerebral quarterback, and I don't think KJ's that. I think he's a system quarterback. I think he's a.
I have a follow-up.
Okay.
I have a question. So the O-lineman that we have currently,
Okay.
did Briles and Pittman and Kennedy recruit them to run an RPO veer and shoot system? And was that not meshing well? Like they weren't as talented, and it didn't matter because they ran that system versus now they're having to run a pro style, longer developing play system. Is that why they looked so bad? You know what I mean? Like the caliber of player they recruited maybe just didn't fit what Enos needed. Or was Eno just calling shit plays?
Well, this is it's similar. It's similar, I think, to like the Bobby and Paul Petrino era, right?
Right.
That was a more of a pro style kind of I don't know if you want to call it a spread offense or whatever. You went from that for of course Bobby Petrino for 4 years, and you had Paul Petrino, his brother, calling the plays the following year. To then you went to this pro style, 10 yards in a cloud of dust offense where you're running things out of the offset eye. 2 tight end sets. It was a vastly different offense. Yeah. And we kept hearing, and this was on Bo Mattingly's show, this was message boards, this was Twitter. The common belief was, well, this is just too drastic of a change. And those guys they have recruited are recruited to run that Petrino system.
Yep.
I don't know if it was that, if it was a lack of talent. Again, I don't have a good answer for this. I just
wondered if they could afford to have weaker caliber linemen with that offense.
I don't know if they're weaker necessarily.
Well, you know what I mean? Like a lower caliber, I guess.
Oh, lower caliber. Well,
not weaker. That's disrespectful.
It is a pretty big change.
It's crazy, ain't it? It's crazy to think about.
It's a pretty big change between what they were doing a year ago and what they're doing now. Pittman said it himself. Like one of the things about the high tempo that he liked is the offensive lineman. Like it's the play's over, right? You snap the ball. Here's the play, whatever it is, and you get back up, and then you're back in formation, and then boom, you run the next play. It doesn't give the defense time to kind of, get settled or whatever, and the offense is able to kind of blow the defense off the line of scrimmage. Now, obviously, that's not what Pittman said verbatim, but that's what he was speaking to a few weeks ago, talking about he liked that they didn't have to just stand there and look around as they're, getting ready to snap the ball or whatever. It's a faster tempo. So that's where I think you have an advantage if you're an offensive lineman when you are going with an up-tempo kind of play, with a style of play. And the same thing could be said of KJ. It's an advantage to a guy like that. Why are you not doing more of that? Why were they not moving the damn pocket? Why was that something we heard Pittman talk about week in and week out? We're going to move the pocket. We're going to move the pocket.
I did hear a lot of it that was
they never did.
Enos was too stubborn to change anything.
Did you see Pittman's response to that question?
But yeah.
They asked him, so you practiced it and you didn't do it?
Yeah, but we didn't do it. He said we didn't do it.
And then he put the hands up.
Yeah.
That's clearly
the guy. If you listen to
but that to me, and the question about offensive line coaching when they said you're an offensive line coach at heart, are you going to step in and help fix this? And he goes, I'm trying not to step on anyone's toes. To me, at that point, you throw your hands up in the air about your offensive coordinator. You say you're not going to step on the toes of your offensive line coach. Then you're not coaching. You're not doing your job. That's derelict of duty, and you should be fired on the spot.
I will say, if one of my employees isn't doing their damn job, I'm going to step in and I'm going to fix it, or I'm going to remove them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I
said what I said.
You do your damn job or you're gone. And now we're talking about a multi-million-dollar big business, blah, blah, blah. But same thing. Business is business.
If you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, they're not going to fire him right now.
No.
But if they are 2-10, he's gone. There's no way he's surviving that. And honestly, if you go 3-9, he shouldn't come back.
I think at bare minimum he'll go 3-9.
Yeah.
Or at worst, I feel he'll go 3-9. I think they'll get Florida International for sure. But the other teams,
I wouldn't say for sure.
I'm not saying for sure.
I'm saying for sure on Florida International, but Auburn and Missouri, I've been telling Tim all year, I think Missouri's going to be a problem.
Yeah, they are. They're a problem.
Which, of course, everyone's a problem for us right now. But the optimist in me goes, man, if we can even move the damn ball with this tempo and our defense, we might be able to do some shit.
And that's what I said yesterday. I know Kenny Guyton is you're trying to plug a hole. I mean, you're
Right.
just trying to the boat has taken on too many holes, and you're trying to plug a hole. The problem is it might be too big a hole to plug, and I don't know that an OC change you're going to see like a vast difference in offense in terms of yardage or points. But having saying that, in Pittman's case, because it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty challenging to bring in a new OC. I really do. Like, who the hell? I mean, let's
They
be
fired
real.
him quick.
Who the hell do they want, or who would want the job? They just fired Enos with 4 games left to go in the year. KJ may be out. You know, now people are going to say, well, we're ready to move on from KJ. Jacoby Criswell's the answer. We don't know that.
I think unless we bring in a badass RPO system OC, KJ's gone.
I think so too.
And I think he will play another year of college. I don't think he's going to go pro. I think he's got to play another year of college.
Yeah, he's not ready for this.
And it'll be an Ole Miss, a Mississippi State, it's something at home. Unless we bring in somebody who is exactly the way he operates.
You got to find someone who could push the buttons the way Kendall Browse did.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's the Kendall. We might be overhyping the offense a little bit too much. Maybe we're not talking enough about Kendall Browse and KJ's relationship.
Fair.
And his ability to push those buttons, because no one else has. I mean, you think about it. Chad Morris had him for a year, and then Enos comes in. Look what he did in the Mizzou game his first year.
Yeah.
Kendall Browse's first year. Look what he did against Mizzou. I mean, it was night and day different. That was the guy. I kept having people after the game tell me that he's not the guy. He's not the guy. Bullshit. In this offense, he is. And look at what happened since. Enos can't. They don't work well together.
Yeah.
It was a square peg round hole, as I've said 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Kenny Guyton's the guy, but Sam is going to want Kenny Guyton to be the guy, because again, unless Sam's got a BFF, I don't know who the hell wants the job, especially without a guy proven. I'm not saying Criswell can't be the guy. I get tagged as a hater. I'm not. I hope Criswell.
I think Criswell was brought in to fit into Enos' system. You know what I mean? I think he was going to run as a pro-style quarterback a lot better than KJ would.
Well, I think that there's a lot of excitement about Criswell, and I think it's because it's the shiny new thing.
That's fair.
It's not because of like what we've seen. All we've seen at North Carolina is him get passed up by 2 starting quarterbacks, freshman starting quarterbacks, by the way, 2 different guys. That's all we've seen. So and I think he came back home. He was a previous 4-star quarterback. Sam would be crazy to tell him no. Yeah. So I think that's why they took him. I'm not saying Criswell could be the guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Criswell could be the guy, but
Criswell may have to be the damn guy.
He may have to be the damn guy, especially if KJ gets quote unquote hurt. Sets the year out, and then you're with Criswell.
Last question I got for you. Do you think Rocket comes back this year?
No.
I don't either.
No.
I don't either.
No, I think he's done.
All right, boys and girls. We appreciate y'all coming for real, dealing with all of our bullshit and my intangible drinking habits.
Hang on. This was a lot of fun. It always is. I've never had a moment here where I'm like, damn, I'm not going back. That has never happened. Like every time I was telling my wife, like, yeah, this is going down. I can't wait.
Until now.
Today was great. Again, you guys go check out their podcast. Don't read the comments pod. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe, follow them on Facebook.
Get you some bitchin' t-shirts.
Get you some bitchin' t-shirts.
Hogs don't lose, they just run out of time.
There you go. only Hogs, as we're in the Only Hog studio.
Yes.
Tim Neal, Travis Ford, I appreciate you guys for having me in here.
Yes, sir.
Ty Hudson, we appreciate you coming.
Yeah, man. It's always a blast.
It is always a good time.
Awesome. With that, Hogs by 90.
There you go. There you go. Basketball's here. Thank God.
Woo! Here we go. One for the road.